Hello and welcome to Business Beat. I'm Mamdou Saleh. Here on Business Beat, we highlight local businesses to keep you up to date on new opportunities and information happening in the city of Hawthorne. So, let's get started. So jumping, swinging, flipping are just a few of the ways people experience the thrill of parkour. Sophia Pop takes us to the only academy in the South Bay, and it's right here in Hawthorne.
Agility, mental focus, and a desire for adventure.
That was awesome. Good job.
Is what draws youngsters and adults to the Tempest Free Running Academy, an indoor gym located just a few feet from the Hawthorne Municipal Airport.
I've learned how to go on the walls and come off, like jump on, do a 360 or a 720.
The popularity at the parkour or free running is fast growing worldwide due to the challenging techniques involved.
It's just like a flip. So when I jump, I want to spin on it, tuck. Just like that.
The young students enrolled in the beginner courses already feel the thrill.
Pretty excited because in the future I'll be able to do what some other kids won't.
The landscape inside the gym facility is an urban-like environment designed by the same builders behind some of the aspects involved in the X Games. Students are taught how to achieve their full potential through creativity and self-expression using their body.
It's a very safe environment here inside our gym with the soft vaulting blocks and the sprung floor. You get to train in the trampolines and actually dive into a foam pit.
Parkour athlete and head coach at the Academy, Michael Frosty Zernoff, has a decade of experience in the sport, which also includes television and music projects. His expertise helps him understand his students' anxieties and says, once you try it, the self-confidence keeps growing every time.
Free running is all about learning things in your own way at your own pace. So we start off everybody super basic. We learn how to do all of the fundamental moves, how to jump, land, and roll.
The combination of gymnastics, running, martial arts, and breakdancing within the sport prompted parents like Carrie Van Benist to enroll her son and daughter in the academy.
He says we're really having a good time, and everywhere we go he's running and jumping and climbing on things in a way that's different, not just destructive, but very look what I can do, confident. So
the 10,000 square foot facility houses 3 very important replicas in the free running sport, like Red City in Germany, the castle in the Assassin's Creed video game, and Santorini, Greece, a location where one of the most important competitions takes place.
The sport started in France in the late 80s and can be practiced alone or in groups. The key to mastering the technique is to safely maintain momentum. Coach Frosty says turning pro can potentially offer advantages.
There's also great opportunities, especially here in LA, to work in stunts, in films, and movies.
For those willing to try it, there are options available for children and adults, like a one-time class coached by a professional free runner or weekly classes. Also, unlimited gym opportunities and open gym options are available as well. Special occasions can also be accommodated.
The basic birthday party package is $400, and that's for 10 participants, and you get a coach to help you with your entire party for about 2 hours, and then you get a half hour in our party lounge, which is upstairs.
They also offer many items in their brand new line of clothing, which is available at their facilities or online. Future projects include more classes and a media lab for students to create and edit their own free running films. For Hawthorne Business Beat, I'm Sophia Pop.
Gym manager Nick Factorian says discounts are available for some of their services. For more information, visit www.tempestacademy.com or call 310-644-7686 and ask for Nick. The Tempest Free Running Academy is located at 3337 Jack Northrop Avenue. So Hawthorne is buzzing about La Sirena Gorda, a new restaurant serving fresh Mexican seafood. Jennifer Wade has the scoop.
La Sirena Gorda, which translates to the Fat Mermaid, is owned and operated by Ismael Arcel. While Arcel is in charge of all things food, he gives credit to his wife for coming up with the Under the Sea inspired name.
She was just bouncing names around and she just tossed it out there, and her grandson was with her, and she said, La Sirena Gorda, just, you know, bouncing things. And her 4-year-old grandson, Luke, he said, yes, Grandma, that. So that's how it stuck.
Arcel left his job in construction to follow his dream of becoming a restaurant owner and chef. Even in his new job, he still puts his construction background to use.
We did all the work, all the remodeling, and also we built counters, tables, everything.
It took nearly a year for Arcel to convert the former law office into the family-style restaurant it is today.
We don't have a big menu because we don't want to combine like another stuff with the seafood. We just want the whole thing like seafood and original.
We have like a family, like a quaint family ambiance, and I mean when you come here, you get the feeling, and I'm dating myself, but it's kind of like Cheers.
Similar to Cheers, where everybody knows your name, La Sirena Gorda was filled with local neighbors and friendly faces.
I live right down the street, so I saw that they were opening a new seafood restaurant, and it's within walking distance, so I figured we have to check it out.
I live in the neighborhood, and he's also my neighbor, so as soon as he opened, I came and tried these fish tacos, and they're the best ones in town that I ever had.
Along with the fish tacos, the ceviche and lobster enchiladas are huge hits among guests.
I had the ceviche, and it was very good, very lemony, spicy, and the sauce that they give you, this little hot sauce, is really good.
It's a family recipe and comes with everything fresh: tomatoes, cilantro, onions, cucumbers.
The restaurant prides itself on recipes passed down by Arcel's parents, as well as recipes created by Chef Arcel himself. I'm going to try one of La Sirena Gorda's signature ceviche recipes. It starts with a freshly deep-fried tortilla, topped with some fish ceviche, some shrimp ceviche, a little agua de chile, and some fresh green tomatillo salsa. And voila! Ceviche tostada. Delicious. And everyone seemed to be a huge fan of the restaurant's green tomatillo salsa.
The salsa was delicious, and the chips were really fresh, and the service was good.
I totally enjoyed it. Everything was really fresh, and I even liked the salsa and chips.
Chef gave me an inside peek at their secret salsa recipe. Instead of cooking or boiling the tomatillo, Arcel starts out by blending chili, tomatillo, and water.
Cilantro, garlic, very important, onions, more flavor, and the fresh avocado.
Hot tortilla chips accompany the salsa and are served free of charge to all restaurant goers.
We make like little by little, all day long, so all the time it's fresh and you know, crispy and hot.
For guests avoiding fried foods, La Sirena Gorda offers many healthy options.
I'm going to be a regular because I'm starting a low-fat diet, and I prepare a lot of healthy food, and I go to the seafood market, but if this will cut a lot of time off for me.
La Sirena Gorda is currently open for pickup and dining in Tuesday through Sunday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. They will be adding delivery in the near future.
My food was great, and the service was exceptional. I may turn into a fat mermaid myself if I hang around this place too long. Luckily for me, the food is super fresh and healthy. Reporting for Business Beat, this is Jennifer Wade.
La Sirena Gorda is located at 14225 Inglewood Avenue. You can visit www.lasirenagorda.la for menu items and further information. Hidden from the public eye lies Hawthorne's unofficial art scene. Shantae Passmore reports from Tin's Studio, which has created a modest following outside the city and is now hoping to do the same in the place it calls home.
It's the same puzzling question Tin Nguyen hears all the time. Out of all the places in the LA area, why have a studio here?
You mean in Hawthorne? I think one of the reasons because I felt like Hawthorne is fresh because it's, you know, it's in a way it's kind of distant from the art scene, but also I like the charm of it and the weirdness of it as well.
After receiving his master's in fine arts, he opened his own studio, which also doubles as a gallery.
Even before graduate school, I was curating for alternative spaces and some gallery spaces. And I think I'm just merging my own artistic practice and the curatorial practice together in a way that works in the same space.
When Nguyen prepares for an exhibit, he typically visits the featured artist studios.
I've been known to do this is that I don't curate a work of art, rather I curate the artist in a way.
The studio owner says he's all about creating cultural and artistic activities wherever he's at. He's performed for the Museum of Modern Art in New York City.
So that's the idea of like being invisible or being identityless. And when you don't have an identity, like how then people define you?
His body has been the subject of his own artwork at the Santa Monica Bergamot Station.
Somehow I felt like then my body became like an object. Like because my identity is not there, somehow I was treated as an object.
Nguyen's art pieces tend to explore the idea of finding one's identity.
How does identity becomes a fluidity rather than a fixed idea? Essentially, a lot of my work goes down to the idea of fluidity, the idea of like how we define ourselves and how we're being defined.
Some of his artwork explores how people view art.
A lot of Tin Nguyen's art pieces aren't meant for observation, but actually for participation. Tin, tell me a little bit about this piece right here.
This series of paintings are called Painting for the Visually Impaired, and they're actual braille that you can actually feel and experience.
When asked what sort of feedback he's gotten from crowdgoers over the years, the responses follow a common thread.
Oh my God, I did not believe that there's a art scene in Hawthorne of anywhere. And this is the best thing I ever seen in a long while. And I was just like, it makes my day.
The artist says all he wants to do is make his own art while showcasing other artists. And he hopes the people will enjoy in and around Hawthorne. For Business Beat, I'm Shantae Passmore.
If you'd like to know when the next exhibit is at Tin Studio, log on to Facebook and search for Tin Studio. Or you can email Tin at info@tinstudio.com. Well, we've just checked out some art, got to taste some fresh seafood, and worked out parkour style. And that wraps it up for this edition of Business Beat. Thank you so much for joining us. If there are any businesses in your area that you would like to highlight, please give us a call at 310-349-1630. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.